Welcome to our first lesson on external sources of finance. Here we'll learn about how businesses can source finance from grants and via long-term external finance options, along with the pros and cons of each of these sources. Let's dive in. First up, we have grants, which are sums of money generously provided either by government agencies or charitable organizations. Government grants tend to fund businesses in designated areas or sectors, or those with a mission to better society. Charities, on the other hand, are more specific, targeting businesses that align with certain societal goals. The beauty of a grant is that it's not a loan and doesn't require repayment. But while grants sound incredibly appealing, they come with their own set of challenges. The application process can be intricate, the eligibility criteria can be strict, and the funds must be used exclusively for the purpose for which they were granted. Next, let's venture into the world of long-term finance. When we say long-term, we're talking about repayment periods spanning over a decade. Mortgages are a primary example. Like the home loans many of us are familiar with, a mortgage allows a business to borrow money over extended periods, often up to 20 years, using property as collateral. This approach offers the advantage of repaying the loan over a prolonged period and accessing larger amounts. However, the downsides include the accumulation of significant interest and the often tedious and fee-laden process of securing the mortgage. Another avenue within long-term finance is share capital. Limited companies have the luxury of raising funds by selling shares of their business. In return for the capital generated from selling these shares, the investor gets a piece of the company's ownership and expects dividends when the company turns a profit. The beauty of this method is that dividends are paid only when the company is profitable, and the funds raised can be used at the company's discretion. But there's a catch. Share capital leads to diluted ownership and can be more expensive in the long haul as we have to pay dividends indefinitely. Lastly, for those not operating limited companies, taking on new partners can serve as a financial lifeline. This entails selling a portion of the business's ownership in exchange for funds. This method brings immediate capital that can be used how we wish and can also introduce new expertise into the business. Plus, there aren't fixed repayments. Instead, the new partner shares in the business's profits. However, introducing a new partner can mean ceding some control over business decisions, and over time, sharing profits may prove costlier than other financial methods. In conclusion, grants are funds given to entities without the need for repayment, but they come with application complexities, and their usage is restricted to specific purposes. Mortgages are property-secured loans, offering vast sums repayable over extended periods, but they accumulate significant interest and may be time-consuming to secure. Share capital involves companies selling business shares to generate money. While there's no immediate repayment and the fund's use is flexible, it can erode business control and prove costlier over time. Introducing new partners means selling a business ownership fraction for capital. The arrangement doesn't require repayments except from profits, and partners can introduce new skills. Yet, they might want decision-making influence, and it can be pricier in the long term.